bunker down the left-hand side that sits about 300 yards off the tee. Most players want to hug the left-hand side as best they can as it opens up the green for the second shot. This is a wonderful par 4.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He is right on the 150-yard marker here.
Opting for the 9-iron. And he's hit that inside the range. A spot amongst the leaders here awaits if they can make this. Move inside the top 20. And in it goes. What a shot.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And here we are with the third shot. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Well, if you're not a couple under already through 6 holes here at Detroit Golf Club, you'll want to look to make a birdie at least at the par 5 7th, measuring 555 yards.
Yes, a hole that every player in this field must take advantage of. Just the fairway bunker down the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. You find the fairway, and all of a sudden you're licking your chops as you know you can reach the green into setting up, hopefully, an eagle putt. Anything missing over in the left-hand bunker, though, could get a little dicey.
Always like it when they take the big dog and let it rip from the middle of the fairway. Handy effort, that one. Getting ready to play their third. 3 shots off the lead. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And that will move him to 6 under par. Time for the 5th shot. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. He's currently tied for 11th. The 8th is a short par 4, measuring just 360 yards, Rich. Decision to go for it or just to lay it back?
I like going for it 8 days a week, twice on Sunday, as you well know, Luke. So I'm going to go ahead, take out driver, and give her a whirl. Hopefully avoiding the trees over on the right-hand side. Want to hit it over in the left-hand bunker or just shy of it, setting up a very simple pitch shot.
And hitting yet another green here in regulation. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup. This is their look at birdie.
And down it goes. And that puts him into the top 5 for the tournament. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The opening 9 finishes with a par 3, Rich, around 200 yards.
A strong hole indeed. Not much to this green, slightly downhill. Green is fairly flat until you get to the back left portion of it. There it starts running away from you awfully quickly. Anywhere in the right center of the green is a gorgeous tee shot.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Justin Thomas, he looks like he's having an absolute blast out there today. That was a fantastic shot into this green.
Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Okay, it's time to make the turn and a good time to reflect on the action so far. Rich?
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Second shot here at the 10th. Oh, that's a great approach shot. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Oh, how good was that?
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Oh, good look at a birdie here. That was a gallant attempt. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost.
Wondering if it was nerves that came into the equation there, being just one off the lead.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
A chance to move into first here with this putt. It was on a good line. A share of top spot on the leaderboard awaits if they can make this putt. Currently 8 under overall. The 12th hole, Rich, a good test, particularly with a tee shot.
It is a demanding tee shot here. Want to avoid that fairway bunker. To carry it, it's about 300 yards. Should you get past it, you have a mid-iron into this par 4 that you'd love dearly to make par on.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 145 yards. Had a fantastic drive.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's return to live play now. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. "16 feet to the hole."
This for par.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Putting for a bogey. Not a bad line, this. That one goes down for bogey. He's currently tied for 9th.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
The par 4 13th is a short one, measuring just 385 yards, Rich. Are you expecting players to go after this?
A few of them will, but I'm not too sure I like that play. Players basically want to lay it up down the left-hand side, but don't get clumsy and knock it in those fairway bunkers. Anything out to the left-hand side is going to set up a very short wedge shot for their second. All the players will be thinking about making birdie on this par 4.
Club up. I like this play.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 13th. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place.
Okay, sorry, but the game tells us it's landing the wind is up the line.
That's a good stat. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Just 5 holes remain in the round here, and there's some birdie opportunities starting with the par 5 14th.
Yes, at 560 yards, you just want to make sure you avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. From there, most players will be able to go for this green in 2 that is surrounded by water on the front and 2 deep bunkers over there on the right-hand side. It's a wonderful opportunity to get some confidence over the last 4 holes by knocking it on in 2.
It's a brave one. Driver off the deck. This one looks to be turning over a little bit. Well, they got after that one right up near the surface. Good play.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. Why not take another look at that effort?
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Rich, the 15th, a great little short par 3.
Right, I'm sorry, commentator, but he's not 1 stroke in front. He's actually 9 strokes behind.
Design by Donald Ross, where everything on the edge of the green funnels away from it and down into a couple of bunkers, left and right, 1 short and nothing in the back. Still, with just a wedge in your hand, players must be thinking birdie.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. 7 feet to the cup. Oh, nice looking putt. That gets the job done.
Just a very narrow margin of a lead out there. Let's see if they can calm their nerves and get this done.
All right, Rich, a couple of strong par 4s remain, starting right here at 16.
16 is a wonderful par 4, very difficult driving hole. You must keep it out of those 3 bunkers that dot both the right and left-hand side of the fairway. From there, you're going to have a second shot that's fairly flat into, funny enough, a fairly flat green as well. Still, players are looking to make a solid 4 here. Nothing worse.
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. An opportunity to make their par.
Putt is underway.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Currently 11 under par for the round. The last of the real scoring holes comes here at the penultimate hole, the 17th, the par 5, stretching at 575 yards.
Most players will be able to get it over the fairway bunker down the left-hand side, some 275 yards off the tee. And from there, it's a pretty straightforward second shot with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood. Those who elect to lay up have to be mindful of the fairway bunker down the left-hand side. You can't get careless and knock it in there. Anywhere up and around the green, though, with your second shot, you should have a good opportunity to get it up and down for the birdie.
Oh, I love this person's confidence and courage. Driver off the deck here. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in two.
Ooh, that almost went down. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
I'm sorry, this game is dog doo-doo. It fucking tells lies.
Now leading by one shot. The finishing hole, Rich, an old world classic.
It is definitely that. Players are going to want to aim out to the right-hand side, away from the bunker and the water that is down the left-hand side. And from there, they're going to go in with a short to middle iron for their second to a green that tilts pretty significantly from back to front. This truly is a wonderful finishing hole.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Great looking shot this. That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last. Good stroke. Never mind. Go and tap it in. Now this putt to win the Rocket Mortgage Classic. And ladies and gentlemen, there is your Rocket Mortgage Classic champion. Great performance this week.
Classy performance this week by this player. Went out and got the job done. Way to go, our Rocket Mortgage Classic champion.
Well, Henny, when they came into this rivalry, we weren't sure if they were going to be good enough to win the battle. They not only won that, they won the war.
Oh, absolutely. They silenced the giant today. They got the job done against the odds. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Knot Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hey, Luke and Rich. I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round. And I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to following along with this rivalry. Can't wait to see what sort of excitement these two will generate. This one's for birdie. How close was that to going down? And he's down there. You got a read?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting for bogey here. Well, that's disappointing, Rich. Getting underway over par.
Starting off with a bogey at first, not tragic. You got a lot of holes to make it up. Let's see how they deal with it going forward.
And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par fives, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely, a par 5 that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
Opting for the 3-wood. Yeah, good aggressive play and almost rewarded by finding the green.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Nice recovery there.
Great touch.
Putting for birdie here. And he'll be proud of that one. Good way to bounce back from the bogey at the last. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently 1 stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Time to see what this par 4 has in store. Wonderfully played. Second shot here on the 3rd. This putt is 16 feet to the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
This one's looking good.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie.
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting their groove on.
Rich, we get our first look at the beach here at Pebble Beach. This 4th is a short one, but beguiling.
It is just around the 325-yard mark. Most players tend to lay up and just have a wedge for their second. However, the big sticks, they can go ahead and take a rip at it, but beware, the beach lurks closely down the right-hand side.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
If this putt drops, they'll pull in front of Colin Morikawa. Let's see if they can start applying some pressure.
Now 7 shots behind after that. The 5th hole, Rich, the first of the par 3s. Much to it?
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score.
Opting for the 5-iron. And that was a bit of a misfire.
And needed to put some draw on that one, but just couldn't get it dialed in.
Came close on that one. Well played. And this one is for his par. Currently 2 under for the day. Rich, one of the great par 5s in all of golf is the 6th hole here at Pebble.
It is. It's one of these par 5s that you think I can take advantage of it because it's not that long. However, though, you can mess it up as easy as any other hole on this prestigious layout. The 6th is a beautiful but difficult par 5.
And going with driver off the deck with this shot. A couple under at this stage. Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one.
Not a good lie. Fortunate to hit the pin and go in.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. We head across to the par 3 7th. We always talk about it in golf. It doesn't need to be a long one to be a great one.
Luke, this could be one of the most picturesque par 3s in all of golf. Who says great par 3s need to be more than 150 yards? Not a single one of them. I love this hole.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Good sounding strike, that one. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Beautiful shot. And that'll promote a good move up the standings. Just 3 feet to the cup. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher 2-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway. No driver needed. But the second shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well.
You like that, didn't you? Taking aim from around 190 yards here.
Breeze straight into him.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Great shot. Not afraid to go deep. This putt's for 6 under par.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Go in. That's a long-range bomb, and with it, puts extra strain on the person chasing behind them. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Pebble Beach has a terrific stretch of par 4 starting from the 8th right through to the end of the 11th. Let's take a look at the 9th.
This is an interesting hole because it wants to make you aim left, but there's a bunker there that you need to avoid. Funny enough, there's a lot more room out to the right than what you can see off the tee. A very strong par 4 to finish the front 9.
That's some good golf right there. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up this one, hitting into a downhill green. They might be taking a bit less club here.
Going with the 6-iron here. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. Colin Morikawa setting up his shot. That is outstanding, and snatches a birdie as well.
This is awesome. Check this out. Opens the blade wide up, goes right underneath it, and finds the bottom of the cup. Bravo indeed, sir.
Didn't that look good for a long time? And that should secure the par on this one. And as we step on to the 10th tee, Rich, always good to look back at the 9 holes just played.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
I've got alarm clock now. What's that mean? What's there mean? Alarm clock and quarter past. What's that mean? I know they're boost things, but well, not all enough. I have the dog show. Miss screens and regulations and all. What else will I have? Fuck. I think I'm missing him off. No, so. I think I'm gonna roll seconds here and drink outside her, and then it better not lie to me. I better get some fucking holes in them and shit. And eagles and shit. Oh. So.
That was wonderfully done. Sitting at 6 under. Not a bad spot on the leaderboard. Just outside the top 20. Playing within their comfort zone there. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
He's got this for his part.
Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? Oh, that is crushed. Playing from around 110 yards out.
Has the wind coming right into his face.
They've decided to club up.
That's well played. Pin high. That's the mark of a ball striker. A chance to get amongst the action of the top 20. This putt drops. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
And gets that putt of distance to go.
Fist pumps all round. That is how you do it from outside range. That was huge.
The first of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one. Not going to lie. It's mean. It's right around 185 yards, but the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. This putt is of 9 feet.
An important par save.
Looking better.
Oh, and gets the putt to drop. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
And that is a nice up and down out of the greenside bunker for the par.
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
And they're playing from about 140 yards out. 5 shots off the pace. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Now let's switch our focus to Collin Morikawa.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. Oh, that was so close to going in. Chance to move to 8 under here. Oh, just missed. And this putt coming up for his par. And that putt will drop. Well done. As we head to the 14th, I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side. You can't reach the far bunkers down the left. Lay up with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood, but watch out. This third shot gets awfully tricky.
Oh, that was pure. Oh, this is the stuff that gets the juices flowing. Driver off the deck. Oh, dear. Can he get out of here?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
Oh. Yeah, golf clap. Really good.
This game is bullshit. I'm sorry, it's fucking dog diddy.
Nice line.
I put that in the hole.
This is 7 birdies today, and that will take him to 8 under. He's sharing 13th place.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Just a couple more inland holes before we head back to the ocean, Rich, the 15th.
Hitting it anywhere down the left-hand side off the tee will find one of those deep bunkers, so you need to avoid those. Hit it out to the right, which will leave a great second shot into this green.
Fought against the wind to stick that one.
Now over to Collin Morikawa.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Well, an important part here in terms of the tournament. A chance to move inside the top 10. Just didn't drop. Par putt coming up here. And the putt drops now at 8 under, heading down the stretch. Reach the 16th, not a long par 4, but really requires some accuracy on approach.
It does. Lay up to the top of the hill, and you can look down on this green, which pitches severely from right to left. Just a wonderful short par 4.
That's a high caliber shot. Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite. A birdie putt awaits. Oh, so close. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Let's head to 7, one of the most famous par 3s in all of golf. Rich.
Yes, just over 175 yards on the cart. It's a tale of two greens. When the pin is up front right, it's a birdie opportunity. Back left, find the green, make your 3, and sprint to the 18th tee box.
Going with the 8-iron here.
They have absolutely flushed that one. Colin Morikawa, he was meant to be the original and best approach player, but I think we have a new sheriff in town.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, guys, he's got 28 feet here. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Now 4 back after that hole. Well, Rich, as we find our way to the 18th tee, few holes in golf capture the imagination more than the finishing hole here at Pebble Beach.
So much history on this hole. Aim it at the trees right in the center and hope you don't get unlucky and get underneath one of them. From there, it's going to be a layup out to the right and just a short third shot. What a wonderful, wonderful finishing hole.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Setting up from the first cut here in the green. Oh, almost went in. Playing their 4th shot. 4 shots behind our leader. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Putting for par. And that will do it for this player today. Well, this is extraordinary, Henny. When we saw this player was challenging the great Colin Morikawa to a rivalry, I thought to myself, are you mad? But they were serious.
Luke, I can't believe it. Not only to challenge Colin, but to come away with the victory, with everything that Colin Morikawa has to offer, has about his game physically and mentally. This player said, no, I don't care. I'm going to take him on. Not just that, I'm going to win. Impressive stuff.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the first stop of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today's coverage of the FedEx St Jude Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Yes, what lessons have they learned in defeat? If you learn lessons in defeat and can turn it into a victory, well, you never lost, did you? The approach into the first at TPC Southwind, Rich, played uphill to a challenging green.
Back up the hill ever so slightly. When the pin is on the back portion of the green, it's hard to get it close. But anywhere on the front part of the green, you can get it close and make birdie.
Well, this one's right at the pin. An opportunity for a birdie here. You finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke. I can tell you that.
Second shot on the second. Oh, that's a great shot. It sets up a wonderful birdie look here at the second.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. A wonderful putt. You can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
The third hole at TPC Southwind's a strong par 5 measuring over 550 yards from the back tees. A bit of water comes into play here on the second shot, so be mindful of where you leave your approach. And tee shot looks pretty good. Going with the 5-wood.
This one headed left and not coming back.
What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She got one back on that last hole.
Here's Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Okay. How did the one not take
That'll
with
keep the
Hayward?
momentum rolling, Rich.
And this is why
well,
you've got to keep
then
your
he
foot
moved.
on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
And here we are with the third shot. Time now for the fourth shot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
It's looking solid.
Yeah, good putt. Well holed. Currently a couple under for the event. The fourth hole here at TPC Southwind is the first par 3 on the course, and it measures just under 200 yards. Just avoid the penalty area to the left. Opting for the 6 iron. That's inside the house of opportunity.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Ouch, that hurts. Just a 4-footer remaining.
Nice little par putt here.
Good putt that. At -2, going along nicely today. The fifth at TPC Southwind is a long par 4 measuring 485 yards. It requires a good strong drive to avoid the bunker on the left and then an accurate approach into this green. Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. Second shot here on the 5th. Going with a 3-wood here.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Oh, that's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The strategy at the 6th here at TPC Southwind on this par 4, measuring just under 450 yards from the tips, is to position your drive from the tee to give a clear shot into this green.
Pretty good shot there.
From about 100 yards. 5 shots off the lead. Wow, what a shot. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Oh, how about that one? And that will take him to 3 under. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
She's got to be careful this doesn't run away from her here. It's downhill.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. The 7th at TPC Southwind is a strong par 4, measuring 482 yards from the back tee. A big clump of trees on the left, and the one on the right is to be avoided off the tee. Also, a good angle to attack this green is from the left half of this fairway, with a huge greenside tree that also affects any poor approaches. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's confident now. Just came off of eagle.
A few shots under par at the moment. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
He seems to have zero regard for the fact that he's playing against a multiple major champion here. Just firing off approach shots like that. Wow.
The game can be frustrating, can't it? Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Trailing by 4 strokes. The 8th hole at TPC Southwind is a really nice short par 3, measuring just 164 yards. This green has been recently contoured, so accuracy or distance control off the tee is paramount. And choosing the 8-iron here. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
Little birdie look in here.
Well, that's a nice line. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And what a way to jump into the top 10. He finds himself in a share of 10th place.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The finishing hole on the front 9 here at TPC Southwind plays downhill towards a dogleg right. There's a big body of water, the short front left of this green, so make sure you've got enough club to reach the surface.
That dog will hunt.
This shot is about 140 yards out. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Going with the pitching wedge here. Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. What an opportunity to make a birdie.
Right, sorry. This game's lamb is town live, man. Wind direction on the elevation. It's not showing me elevation.
This is Brooke Henderson. Wow. We could see the focus on their face when they were standing over it. Excellent concentration. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 10th at TPC Southwind is a par 4 that plays just over 450 yards from the back tee. A lot of players take less than driver here to position their ball for the best approach to an uphill green that has a number of tiers on it. Accuracy on both shots are required. That should find the fairway. From around 170 yards here, 4 strokes off the lead. Going with the 8-iron here. Well struck. Ooh, a 14-footer. It's good to make a few of these per round.
This really looks good.
Ooh, right by the hole. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
I like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
Reminds me of the song by the Tubes, She's a Beauty.
The par 3 11th at TPC Southwind measures just 162 yards. But looks can be deceiving here. While it looks pretty, it can bite you. Make sure you've got enough club here on approach. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Nicely done.
A chance to move to 6 under the card with this putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
It's got a chance. Ooh. And down it goes. He's currently tied for 10th. The par 4 12th is only a short one, measuring 406 yards from the tips. But you need to be very accurate off the tee. Avoid that huge water hazard to the right, and that'll give you the best angle into this green. Any drive that's pushed left will make it a difficult approach, and be wary. There's water over the back of this green, which you can't see.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
And back to the play, shall we? This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And that will take him to 6 under. Finds himself in a share of 7th. The 13th at TPC Southwind is a strong par 4 that plays uphill and a slight dogleg to the right. It requires a big drive up the right half and then a very accurate approach. There's a heavily bunkered green there, so make sure you hit your approach in the right distance. Opting for the 9-iron. This one heading towards the green. A fair bit on the line here. Spot the top 5. This one's looking good. That's a good putt to make that one. That's back-to-back birdies. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. The 14th at TPC Southwind is one of their signature holes. The par 3 that plays downhill considerably long, around 240 yards, is hit over a big body of water to the right. Fortune favours the brave here. If you need a birdie, go flag hunting. Otherwise, lay up to around 20 feet left. That might be one club too many. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's got momentum now, just birdied the last hole.
Looking really good.
Oh, the long-range bomb. Is there anything better in the game? And that will take her to 4 under. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
That's frustrating. A par putt on the table. Now 4 back after that hole. Accuracy is required at the par 4 15th, just 395 yards off the tee. Players like to lay back to give them their right number into this green. And there's a little creek that meanders through the centre of the fairway here and up to the right side of the green. So make sure your approach is accurate. Do you see that one ricochet off the tree? That's a bit out of shape. Time for the second shot at the 15th.
Wow, did this come out beautifully?
This is beautiful to watch.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Here's Brooke Anderson. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Currently 7 under for the round. The 16th at TPC Southwind is the last genuine birdie hole on the course. It's a par 5 measuring just 530 yards, but there's a lot required on the tee shot that's played uphill to a ridge. If you can get it up over the rise, a good chance for reaching the green here in 2 to set up a birdie and even perhaps eagle. But be wary of this green. There's a big bunker short left, and if you find it, it's not an easy up and down. Well, maybe even a par can be hard. This should play. That was a beauty. Lovely moment here. Good opportunity to move into a tie for third.
So far, so good.
Oh, super putt that. What an eagle. To the top 5 he goes. Just 2 shots back after that hole.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. Not bad. Well, to become the champion at TPC Southwind, you need to hit some big shots down the stretch, and there's none tougher than this approach into 17.
The green sits just below the player, flanked by bunkers both right and left. The green is long and narrow and does generally move from right to left. All in all, one of the most difficult approaches on this golf course.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
She's got a great look at birdie here.
Oh, that's a ripper.
Yeah, that is not what you want to come up against mid-round, mid-rivalry. That was mean.
Looking really good, this one. Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, the finishing hole at TPC Southwind is an absolute beauty. There's been some heroic moments like hole-out eagles, and there's been triple bogeys that have cost championships. Your job is to get the ball safely into the fairway here. And if you're not a long driver, don't take on the corner. But if you can, it'll leave you just a short iron in, a chance to seal a victory with a birdie.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
And this punt is for a final score of the magical number in golf, 59. That was a gallant attempt. Just a short putt remaining here. And that'll be all she wrote. Rich, not a bad week, but so close to the win.
Second place, Luke. Yeah, it's nice, but what could have been? I think that's going to eat at the player.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to welcome you to the second week of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today's coverage of the BMW Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Thank you so much, Luke. I am so happy that I have been put with these two players because they've been going back and forth at each other on social media leading up to this event. They seem to really have something to prove, a bone to pick with each other, and it'll all be settled out on the golf course today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. That's tidy. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the first. That's inside the range.
And that should calm whatever nerves this player has. Nice opening hole.
Currently 1 under for the tournament. And Rich, the second hole in play for the championship is a little different than the round in the members face. It's the 13th on the card. Take us through it.
It is. It's a very strong par 3, just over 210 yards. But this green is very deep, so it wouldn't surprise me to see this hole playing somewhere over the 225-yard mark. It's very narrow, very long, and very difficult.
This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. It's just about 3 feet away.
This for a birdie run.
Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. Oh, we head to the first of the par 5s in operation, the 3rd hole, Rich.
Big hitters will be able to take advantage and drive it over those bunkers down the right-hand side, leaving a very straightforward and basic second shot back up the hill.
Yeah, that one will play. Amazing how often whoever wins this week, because they've now got that huge advantage going into the Tour Championship and the way that's sort of staggered these days, this is a big tournament to win.
It is, and knowing full well that they will start having a decent advantage over second place at the Tour Championship. There's a lot to play for the guys that are in the top 5 right now, because they know if they play well enough and win or even finish second, enough to get them over into that top spot going into Tour Championship week, that's massive for them. And I think that there's also a little bit extra in there as well. I love this tournament. Been coming to the BMW for many years. Love the fact that the Evan Scholar Foundation is a big part of it, where kids, they generate a lot of money for these kids, caddies around the country, a lot of them in the Midwest, go ahead and put them through school. The great thing about it, Luke, is that a lot of these kids who are caddying really aren't golfers. They're just out there because they learned how to caddy at the local golf course, and all of a sudden they've done so well, and now they've got an opportunity to go to college because of that. Great foundation, great program here.
That's dog shit. That's, I'm sorry, it should have been 1-0. It's a game's fucking bullshit. It fucking tells lies. Them fucking lines are great or something.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Reach the 4th hole, a relatively short par 4.
At 400 yards, yes, Luke. Big hitters once again can take the fairway bunkers out of play. Second shot again will be uphill to a ginormous green.
That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Okay, time to return to the action. Another birdie opportunity coming up for this player.
Always a good way to start. Let's see where they go from here.
This looks to be heading to the green. Outstanding shot. High quality. And this putt to move into the top 10. Oh, just missed. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
This is what they have left for par.
That gets the job done. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Rich, we head to the 5th on the property, and we really need to position our tee shots here, don't we?
We do. This is a very interesting, cool hole, Luke. This is kind of like a fairway and then second shot green, and not much else out there that you really want any part of. Miss the fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Don't hit it in there, because you're going to make at least 5, if not worse.
Wow, I didn't even know they had this power. Great drive.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Well, good-looking shot here. That's headed towards the green.
Whew. Hard to believe you could be that accurate from so far away.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. And with that, that's their 5th.
Alright, no, I'm sorry. The game's dog today. I fucking hit that straight up and down, perfect.
Rich, the 6th hole's a par 4 measuring under 400 yards, but there's still plenty of focus needed here.
It's just a straightaway hole, Luke. A lot of players can go ahead and take a long iron and just wedge it on from there. I still think, though, the big hitters are going to give it a run and just take out the driver and whip it on up there.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. This is looking pretty good in the air. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry.
Okay. Going off this, sorry. No shame. I'm going on my rig. I need my Honda. I'm bored now. Because this game's round. Because I'm having a perfect. I'm snuggling in. So,
just 6 feet.
It's dog shit.
All right, guys. This.
Oh, that can take a flag.
That's a clever play, that one. Moving up a leaderboard and ahead of their rival. Currently at -5 now for the event.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Fuck. Get this over and
Teeing
get
off here at the 7th. Going with the 5-iron here. Attaboy, good shot. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Let's return to live play now. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And that will move him to 6 under par. He's currently tied for 5th. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line. And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
Jon Rahm watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Tracking. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Should find the green here. Oh, right by the hole. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The finishing hole on the outward half, the 9th, another good par 4.
It is, Luke. The fairway pinches in significantly where those bunkers come into play, both right and left. Second shot, slightly uphill to once again one of the largest greens on the golf course.
This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. Playing this shot from about 170 yards out. 4 shots behind our leader. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This one's going right at the pin here. Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Here we go. The 10th hole.
Awesome stuff.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Well, that's well played and sets up a good birdie look here at the 10th. This one's online. Ouch, that hurts. An opportunity to make a par here. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Teeing off here at the 11th. That's a good-looking shot there. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
A lovely shot into a few feet. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Second shot here on the 11th. Yep, that shot safely on the green. And this putt to move them into a tie for second. Oh, sensational putt, that one. A big play at the right time, and their rival is now shaking in their boots. Now at -9 for the tournament.
Well, now things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
Some strong holes on the inward half of this golf course, Rich, but there's no one longer than the 12th, the par 5.
There is not. It is absolute bombs away off the tee shot for these players. If they can get it up and over a small rise, the ball will chase down and give them a thought. A thought, will they try and reach this 630-yard par 5 with the water in front? No thanks, I'm laying up, and I never say that.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Getting ready to play their third. Just 2 shots behind. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. That's a golf shot.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
Okay, sorry. How the fuck is that not one on the hole? That is the game lies. I told you the game lies. Dog shit.
Nice birdie, well played.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
He's currently just in second place.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Going with the 7.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh my God!
What an amazing play out of the greenside bunker. Up and in the hole. Nicely done.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? And this putt to move into a tie for first. Oh, what a stroke. Always nice to hold those for a birdie. And stepping up the standings after that effort. Fortune favours the brave. Plenty of bravery here. Out comes the driver. Oh, well played. Second shot here on the 14th. The interesting choice of the driver here. Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
I'll tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game, a bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Trying to move to 12 under par with this putt. You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. He finds himself in a share of the lead. The 15th for the tournament is the 17th on the golf course, Rich, a long par 3.
It is just over 220 yards to a heart-shaped green, but I can promise you, Luke, there is nothing lovely about this hole. It is strong. There's water left that you want no part of. You bail out to the right. You're in the bunkers. I'm going to take 3 and move on to the next.
A little off the mark on that approach shot.
That's a strange miss there, Luke. They've been hitting the greens all day long.
Oh, I thought that one was going in.
Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Let's catch up with Jon Rahm.
Whew.
Nice.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Decisions to be made off the tee here, Rich, at the 16th hole.
At just under 400 yards, Luke, I just don't see most players taking out driver and giving it a go. Just hit an iron, short left of that fairway bunker, wedge it on, make your birdie.
Not quite the shot he was wanting. Henny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Ooh, that almost went down. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Just didn't drop. This one's for bogey.
In she goes. Let's head to the next.
Couple of strong finishing holes to finish up here, Rich. First, let's take a look at the 17th.
Yeah, it's just about 420 yards, and you want to favor down the left-hand side as this fairway does move left to right. You avoid those fairway bunkers. The second shot, you have to be precise with your distance control because this green has got a lot of movement on it, a lot of little bowls to it.
Lovely effort, that. Well, this is an important putt. Is it a must-make?
It is a must-make, and I'm excited to see what they can produce.
Ooh, right by the hole. Just 3 feet to the cup. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Just one off the lead after that hole. And the finishing hole at the south course of Wilmington's famous country club. Ridge, a really good par 4.
Just over 440 yards. The bunker down the right-hand side off the tee is only reachable for the big hitters. Second shot, slightly back up the hill to a 2-tiered green. Distance control is imperative.
Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway.
Well, they need to stick this close. A birdie would tie them for the lead and force a playoff.
Going with the 8-iron here. Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left.
Well, moments don't get much bigger than this. A must-make putt if they want extra holes.
That's frustrating.
Crushing, isn't it?
What a wonderful display this has been. This putt is for a final score of 61. This looks good. And that'll wrap things up for him here at this tournament. Rich, the fast start was evident. We all thought this player could take it really deep, but in the end they ran out of gas. Just how hard is it to maintain the rage?
It's nearly impossible. How do you do it? How do you find an extra gear when you're already running at top speed? It just wasn't there for this player.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.